As kids, we always do dumb things, and when looking back at it, I honestly can't explain half of the things I did back in the day. Like, for example, the time I thought putting my toy car in the microwave would make it come to life. Don't ask me why I did it. I just remember seeing those Lightning McQueen movies back in the day, and I just wanted one of those cars so badly. So one afternoon I walked to my kitchen. Bear in mind, I don't know what made me do this and why it even came to mind to begin with. But I walked there and put the yellow toy car I'll put on the screen right now. I put that toy car in the microwave for 99 minutes and 99 seconds. I honestly don't know what's wrong with me. And any normal kid would have probably taken the toy out of the microwave. But no, I just stood there and I just watched it. And as you guys probably would have guessed it, the toy caught on fire and I almost burned down my entire apartment. And when my mom got home, she let me have the vigorous, the terrible, the traumatizing whipping that I got. Let's just say I'm lucky that I'm alive to this day. But even at that, it still doesn't compare to the time where I had the bright idea to throw myself off the stairs willingly.
You what?
Well, looking back at it, you would have needed every scientist in NASA to figure out what the heck was going through my mind at this time. For some strange reason, I thought I was indestructible. Like practically nobody in this entire world could touch me. So one time at my cousin's house, I decided to go to the highest point of the staircase, curl into a little ball like I'm Sonic the Hedgehog or something, and just hurl myself down all the steps. And you may be wondering, why I did this. And my answer to that is, I didn't even know myself, I'm not gonna lie. But at their house, it would have like a nanny or something, right? And as the nanny was going down the stairs, it was laundry day. She did not see me curled up into a ball at the top of the staircase. So accidentally, she kicked me down the stairs. And as I was falling, my life flashed before my eyes. Like I could physically see this moment flash right in front of my eyeballs. I kid you not. And as a kid, I didn't know better. In my head, I thought if I get brain damage and potentially lose all my brain cells, I would unlock some sort of superpowers like the comic book heroes. Yeah,
I'm kind of retarded.
And after hearing these stories, you probably would have thought it was over by now. But no, it gets worse. There was a point in time in my life where I thought it was a good idea to RKO little kids off snow hills.
Is this nigga serious? Go fuck.
Like, what the heck am I on, bro? But this takes place around the 7th to 8th grade. My brain's starting to develop a little more, but I'm still as dumb as a bag of rocks. So what happened was whenever it was winter, there would always be a huge pile of snow at the front of my school. So what me and the homies would do is whenever that bell rings for recess, we would all just rush towards that hill. And I kid you not, bro, it would turn into a last man standing match so quickly, bro. You would have people pushing, suplexing, tackling people just to be the last man standing on that hill. But when it came to me, I took it to a whole different level. This was a point in my life where it didn't matter who you were. My hands are rated E for everyone. You could have been a teacher, principal, toddler, baby, boy, girl. It doesn't matter. You're still gonna catch these hands. So one day there was this 5th grade girl at the time, and she was probably one of the most annoying girls in my school. She would always tell the teacher on us and ruin our experience in school worse than it already was. So one day I just couldn't take it. I had enough. So when she wasn't looking, just minding her business, I ran up on her and I RKO'd her in the snow hill. And after I did that, I took off. I did the race like I was TK. You were not catching me. And as I was running away, I looked back for like 3 seconds and I saw that she was crying. So the whole time, I'm confused. I'm like, bro, why are you crying for? I RKO'd you on snow. Snow's soft. Bro, the whole time I RKO'd this 5th grade girl. Bear in mind, I'm in the 7th grade. I RKO'd this 5th grade girl on solid ice.
You need to leave.
And yeah, let's just say she did not come back to school after that incident, but I'm a pass it to Eli now.
Now, like E-Man here, I too have done a lot of dumb things as a kid. Things that make me wonder, how haven't I been arrested yet? Or at the very least, how have I never been suspended from school? All I'm saying is, if you didn't almost die at least once during your childhood, then big fella, listen up. You ain't really have a childhood. I remember this one time I asked my dad if he could buy me a bike because one of my friends had a bike, and whenever I went to his house, we had to take turns riding his bike. And my dad got me a bike, alright? And he ain't buy me a brand new bike, alright? He didn't even buy me a slightly used bike. Man, it looked like he found it inside a dumpster behind a Burger King. And look, the fact that it was old and beat up wasn't actually the problem because it was still functional at the end of the day. The problem was, you can ride the bike, but the bike didn't have any functioning brakes. The only way I could stop the bike is if I planted both of my feet on the ground while it was still moving. So one day, me and my friend are riding bikes inside the neighborhood, and we get to an area in the neighborhood where it's just a long, steep hill, and we're on top of the hill. And we decide it would be a great idea if we rode full speed down the hill. And look, my friend wasn't worried because his parents actually love him and gave him a bike with functional brakes on it. So he goes first, and he's zooming down this hill at like 100 miles per hour. But you know, it didn't really matter all that much because all he had to do was press on the brakes and he would stop immediately. Now it's my turn. I knew I didn't have no brakes on the bike, but I still went down anyways. Why? Because I'm an idiot. That's why. Now I go and I start zooming down this hill at like Mach 20 speeds. And as I'm approaching the curb at the bottom, I try planting my feet on the ground as I usually do to stop the bike, but I didn't stop. I literally couldn't stop. Look, I skipped one too many leg days, so I didn't have a lot of power to actually slow down the bike. So as I'm going down the hill, all you can hear is the sound of panic and the bottom of my shoes scraping against the cement road. So not only did my bike not stop, I hit the curb at the bottom of the hill, and I do a whole front flip off my bike. And after flipping off my bike, I end up rolling back into the road, and a car is literally coming. And my friend had to drag me out the road before I got hit. So yeah, that was a crazy experience. But I have more. Now, after hearing that story, you probably came to the conclusion that as a kid, I didn't think things through. And if you weren't thinking that, you'll 100% start thinking that after I tell you the next thing I did. Basically, me and my siblings were getting a ride to church from a friend, and this particular friend had, how do I put this, had third-degree burns on one half of his face. So yeah, this story does not end well at all. And throughout the car ride, he and my sister are having a conversation. And as the conversation goes on, he says something along the lines of, "You're half of me, and I'm half of you." My stupid, idiot, child self, from the back seat, I get up and say, "How can she be half of you when you only have half a face?" I genuinely thought they'd laugh at that joke. The look on all of my siblings' faces. That was the moment I knew I messed up. And I have Black Caribbean parents, so you could probably imagine what happened when they found out that I said that.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Huge shout out to my boy Eli, bro. Go subscribe to my boy, the homie Eli. If it wasn't for him coming together with me, bro, pause, by the way, you would have never had this video come out. So huge shout out to my boy Eli. Join the Discord down below if you guys want to join that up. It's a big community and we're all happy, funny, handy dandy. We're a whole community. Join the Discord. Click on a video right here if you want to watch more content from me, because I'm dropping quality content, quality bangers. Hi. Mwah, magnifique. But nevertheless, I'm out. It's been your boy Eamon Exclusive. Stay healthy, stay blessed. All glory to God, and I'm out. Peace.
I don't even know what you saying. I'm just stuck in the grave. I've been here like all day. I'm just stuck up in the mood.